Well, I'm now joined on the line by Mr. Eric Rivers, and it's nice to say welcome back to Rockposer's Roulette.
Thank you, glad to be back, Dan.
I'll tell you what a fantastic album the new album is. Obviously, I've got the pleasure of getting an advance copy, and unfortunately, most people have got to wait, just over another month now till April 14th.
That's right.
But I am absolutely enjoying it. It's got to be said, it's probably one of the most anticipated albums of this year.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, we're very proud of the album and just can't wait to get it out because for us it's been completed since August, so like half a year later it gets released. So we're just anxious to get it out.
Well, last saw you and actually had a good chat with you at Firefest last year, and for me and probably for a lot of other people, you were the best band of the whole weekend, performance-wise.
Yeah, thank you.
Because the energy, as I said before, I think I said the last time you were on the show, Eric is like the Duracell bunny. The man has just no end of energy.
That's right, and it's just for us also. It's a pleasure watching him on stage. Going at it. So he's insane, and I still don't know what his secret is, but he's got something.
But it's good, you see, because this is what you want with a front man. Somebody who gets the crowd going and draws you into the whole performance rather than just someone standing there behind a microphone. Exactly,
and I think he's a fantastic frontman, and I think he's really grown into that role and feels comfortable doing it. So, as I said, it's a pleasure watching him.
Well, as a band, obviously you've grown enormously. I can't believe it's 6 years since the first album came out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And to see where you guys are now, just going from strength to strength, I'm really pleased because as you know, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
So, what should we talk about first? I guess, really, we need to talk about A Shot at Redemption. Obviously, a bit of a teaser, really, before the album's out. What was the idea about bringing an EP out first?
Well, as you said, it is a teaser, and I think it's a cool thing to, not just release a single and a video, but actually give people a bit more to just anticipate the album more as well. And we had some tracks, some leftovers from the album, and we thought, what do we do with these tracks? And we're never released an EP before, so we wanted to try that as well. So I think it's worked out really well for us.
Indeed, I think it is. I absolutely adore the track Under Your Skin. I take it that was obviously left over from Address the Nation then.
No, it was from this recording.
Oh, it was from this recording?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, right, okay. No, that's just a superb track. Absolutely love it. I'll put my hand up and be honest, I probably love it more than actually the actual official single.
All right. Well, it's a bit more like classic H.E.A.T, that one. It's very like melodic rock back to the basics.
Indeed. Though I say the single probably will drag in probably a lot more people who maybe for some, God knows, an awful reason, have not quite become aware of your good selves. I would say you're going to get obviously a lot more airplay with that. I
think so too, yeah, and it's going well. We hear from radio stations around the world that people are picking up the single, and I think this single is a very, it's a bit new for us, this sound, and this it's like just a good rock song with almost a like country feel to it. So definitely gets people interested in the band, and especially the old fans are wondering how the album is going to sound, since the single is a bit different from what we've done before.
I was going to say, because if people just base the new album on that single, I think they're going to be a little bit surprised.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's what we're trying to accomplish here, that people just get interested in hearing the album, and then you can make up your mind if it was the right single or not.
So really, it's a teaser within a teaser, I would say.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
So obviously you guys went back and used Tobias to do the production again on this album.
Yep.
What was the choice behind that? Because of obviously the great job that he did on Address the Nation?
Yeah, he's, there wasn't any other discussion, about someone else. We knew that we had to get him again, and because he did such a good job on Address the Nation, and we wanted to work more with him and, evolve our sound together with him. So he was our first-hand pick, and of course he said yes, and we had a really good time making this album again.
So how much input has he had in on this album? How much has he pushed you guys?
He's more of a, you know, how to say, like a silent pusher. You know, he doesn't say too much about, you know, arrangements and like big like change the words here, or you know, he's more of a guy who just makes us feel really comfortable in the studio and makes us creative. So he pushes us without us knowing it in a way. And of course he's one hell of a sound engineer as well. He makes us sound fantastic, and that's itself is very inspiring to us.
Well, of course, you know, a lot of people don't realise how much goes into the production of an album and how much difference it can make to the overall sound of it.
Exactly, and you know, recording an album, it's you need to hear how it sounds, and when you hear that these songs are coming alive almost, it's, you know, you want to just continue working with them. So it's very important.
Well, obviously you guys are hitting the road, and I guess for a lot of people the big dates are in UK. One, of course, will be headlining the Friday at the last ever Firefest.
That's right. That's going to be a very special night for us and everybody there, and you know, we got to plan some big surprises for that one.
Well, you're joining a bit of a select club, really, and the fact that there are very, very few bands who've done a back-to-back from one Firefest to the next.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but we've become the house band at Firefest, and we love it there, and it's always a pleasure. You know, we never had a bad gig there, and the last time around was one of my favorite shows I've ever done. So I'm really looking forward to doing it again.
It has to be said, the atmosphere there was absolutely unbelievable.
It was, and when people started just screaming and shouting "Heat," you know, I just got goosebumps all over, and it was one of my finest memories from touring, definitely.
I mean, I was lucky enough, obviously, to see you guys twice last year, obviously, because you were at H.E.A.T, and that almost a year ago, unbelievably.
Yeah, it was. Wow.
Yeah, I know. That time waits for no man, as they say.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing I want to bring up, if you don't mind, is obviously Dave left the band last year.
He did, yeah.
What were the reasons behind him leaving?
Well, it was just he just felt tired of you know, touring and being in this band, and he wasn't inspired to continue. And I didn't think he would you know, quit at the time. I thought, you know, we could get him inspired again, because of course he's an excellent guitar player and songwriter and a great friend, and you know, great person to have in a band. So I thought we could get him inspired, but he just felt that he needed a big change, you know, and he felt fed up with this. So he left, and I think, you know, for him it was, you know, the best way to go.
Are you? Have you got any plans for bringing another guitarist in, or are you going to just, unfortunately, be the busiest man on stage?
I am. I'm never. I want to. You know, when Dave left, we talked about how to continue, and I felt that, you know, I wanted to try it at least, to be the only guitar player. So we did some shows, and it worked out fine, and people said it sounds, you know, almost like before. It's a bit of a new sound, but almost like before, and a big challenge for me. And I have to practice harder than ever and learn new parts and be a lot more active on stage. But it's very fun and developing as well. So we're gonna continue like a five-piece band.
Well, I've got to say, I mean, there is a slight difference in the sound, but with no disrespect to Dave whatsoever. As we said, it's not massively noticeable between the albums. The fact that
I think so too, and it's you know, it could have been the other way around, you know, because Dave is a fantastic guitar player. So I've always been into bands with one guitar player, like Pantera and Van Halen, Toto, you know. So I wanted to try that, and I like the sound of one guitar and keyboard and organ. You know, I think it works really well together.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going to ask you one thing, and it's a bit presumptuous considering that this album's not even out yet, but based on the amount that you are pushing out every year, you must already be working on new material.
We are, yes, we are. And we've started writing on the next album, and you know, it's the starting, you know, phase of writing, and you're trying to figure out what you want to do with the next album. So it's more like you're trying ideas and just fooling around now. So definitely songs are starting to come. So it feels good.
Excellent. Did you feel under any kind of pressure when it came to tearing down the walls after obviously what was a huge reaction to Address the Nation? Because it was, again, another step up the ladder, as it were, for the band, and increase your popularity by God knows what percentage.
Yeah, well, the pressure was there, definitely, but I also felt with, we got, the great reception that Address the Nation got, it made us, I think, relax a bit too, like people, because Address the Nation was the album we wanted to do when Eric joined the band, and we took our time, he joined the band in, 2010, so he's been in the band a long time now, and we took almost 2 years to complete Address the Nation. So we knew that people, or the fans, the old fans, approved of this Address the Nation. So we felt comfortable making this album as well and just do whatever we want to do, as we always have.
I'm guessing probably the older fans now that they're obviously used to Eric being in the band, they can obviously they've obviously accepted him, because it's always really difficult when a band changes a singer. It can only go one of two ways, honestly.
Yeah, it is like that, and he was the most worried guy of us all, of course, about how people would react, so, and we had some shows, just weeks after he joined the band, and people judged him based on that. So after Address the Nation, everything just all this we just let it go, and it just felt good,
Well, he's obviously comfortable in the band. I mean, as we said, at the start, obviously with his stage performances alone,
he's too comfortable now.
I mean, I would say with a critical ear, in all honesty, I mean, his voice, you can hear an improvement on this album over Address the Nation. It's as though he suddenly found space to grow into, if that makes sense.
I think so too, yeah, and I think he's developing all the time, which is a very cool thing. I didn't think he could get better than what he was, but he just keeps developing, and especially his live act is developing as well, and coming up with weird like dances and stuff. So I
can't say I've noticed
where he's gonna end,
Well, obviously, you guys are still sickeningly young, and you've got so much ahead of you.
Oh yeah, and that also feels comfortable, and we're taking it easy. We're trying to build this band slowly and gain a good fan base around the world. So we're not stressing into anything. We're just taking it easy and having a good time with this.
And obviously, of course, you are going over to the States for the Melodic Rock Fest over there.
We are, yes. And that's also very, very, very cool for us to go to the States. It's something we've always dreamed of doing, going to America and play. Because, they have... I think this style of music that we're playing should really work over there. It's in their blood almost. So hopefully that will open some doors, but it's such a big country, and we don't have any expectations that we're going to break over there, but we'll see what happens and hopefully get some more shows going.
Well, based on the posts that I see on various groups on Facebook and the likes of the Heavy Harmonies Forum, etc., I know my American friends are falling over themselves with excitement to see you guys over there.
Oh yeah, and we're headlining there as well, which is like our first show in the United States. We're going to headline a festival, so we feel very honored by doing that.
Well, obviously, I've brought up before on many an occasion, and again with the Americans in mind, they've really plugged in now into probably what we've already got very much aware of here in the UK is obviously the amount of music coming out of the Scandinavian countries.
Oh yeah, and I've been asked that a lot. Why this is the
no one's ever given me a definitive answer on this. That's for certain.
Yeah, I still don't know. I want to ask you why. Why you like this music, and yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer for why that is. I guess it's ABBA started everything. We were breastfed with ABBA melodies, so that's still in the back of our heads when writing music. So I guess we have to thank them.
I think the closest to an actual explanation I got from somebody, and I can't remember who it was now, they said, oh, well, with our long dark winters, all we can do is drink heavily and write songs.
Yeah, that's right. And write songs about sunshine and, having a party, So that might have to do with it too.
Well, Eric, one thing I am going to ask you, how is the old vinyl collection going on? Because we discussed before, obviously you're a big vinyl collector as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's going good. I'm buying a few a month, so I'm not stressing with my vinyl collection. But I love picking up old vinyls and just touching the cover, and it's more of a project putting on a vinyl than listening to something on your phone. So you just
absolutely.
sit down and listen to music, and I really appreciate that.
I'm on a mission to buy at least one new album a month, which so far I'm managing to keep up with.
Yeah.
But is the new album coming out on vinyl? I know obviously the EP is out on vinyl.
Yeah, it is in Europe, and I think the album is coming out, at least in Sweden. I think we're pressing it on vinyl.
Yeah, because I've only seen the EP.
For us.
Sorry, Eric, go ahead.
It's going to be huge to just see your own music on vinyl. It's going to be like almost a religious moment for myself, I think. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think the EP is only available here as an import at the moment, unfortunately.
I think it's in maybe Germany. It's pressed on vinyl, and we were in Berlin last week, and we got to see these. It's like 10-inch vinyls, so they're like a bit smaller than regular ones.
Oh yeah,
so very cool, and it's a great way to. I heard that vinyls sell more than CDs nowadays, so.
Well, the sales have gone up.
That's just weird.
Who was telling me? Jerry, the lead singer with Brighton Rock, was telling me that because he's got his own marketing company and record sales company, that vinyl sales have gone up over 300%.
Yeah, that's insane.
It is absolutely insane.
And I think that's a good thing for the business, definitely, that people appreciate the product, and wanna feel and see the entire product and buy that. So it's a very good thing.
Well, Eric, all I can say is thanks ever so much for coming back on the show. It's always a pleasure talking to you. It was great meeting up with you again at Firefest and having a chat.
Of course.
And all I can do is, not that I need to, is wish you and the guys all the success with this album, because my God, it is absolutely superb. I have absolutely played it to death. And all I can say to you people out there, it is worth the wait, trust me.
I sure hope so. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
You take care, Eric, and hopefully I'll speak to you again soon.
Definitely. You too, Dan.
Cheers now.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.